This is Eric Conklin, Deputy Chief of Operations with the Florida Division of Emergency Management with the State Watch Office Daily Situation Report for December 11th, 2008. The State Emergency Operations Center is currently at Activation Level 3, or monitoring. Statewide weather briefing. A surface area of low pressure located just inland near Pensacola this morning will lift northeast towards the Carolinas today. As this low lifts northeast, a trailing cold front to the south will sweep from the west to east across the state today. Ahead of the front, a squall line will also move from west to east across the eastern Gulf and Florida Big Bend early this morning, and then across the Florida Peninsula during the mid-morning through late afternoon hours before moving quickly into the Atlantic waters this evening and tonight. Widespread showers and thunderstorms are expected along and ahead of the front, with the squall line bringing the potential for strong to isolated severe storms. The severe weather threat is expected to remain confined along the squall line mainly this morning into the early afternoon hours. The Storm Prediction Center has placed the eastern Florida Big Bend and much of the Florida Peninsula in a slight risk area for severe weather, and a tornado watch is in effect for the Florida Peninsula near and north of I-4 until 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wind gusts around 30 to 40 miles per hour will be common along the squall line today, but stronger storms will be capable of wind gusts to 60 miles per hour. Also, an isolated tornado will also be possible. Periods of heavy rainfall can also be expected today. Rainfall amounts will average around 1 inch today, though some areas could receive up to 2 inches. Heavy rainfall amounts near 4 inches were expected in the Florida Panhandle and Big Bend area on Wednesday, and a flood watch remains in effect for the Florida Big Bend area until 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this afternoon. Behind the front and squall line, breezy west winds of around 20 miles per hour with higher gusts will be felt across North Florida, and a lake wind advisory is in effect from this morning until around midnight across all of North Florida. Also, lingering showers will remain possible statewide through the evening and overnight as an upper-level low-pressure area moves just to the north of the state and the upper-level cold front sweeps through. Strong west winds along the Gulf Coast and strong south winds across South Florida will produce a high risk of rip currents along all Gulf Coast and Southeast Florida beaches, with a moderate risk of rip currents expected at the Northeast Florida coast today. In addition to rip currents, high surf is expected at some Gulf Coast beaches today through Friday. A high surf advisory is in effect for Bay, Walton, and Gulf counties until 9 a.m. Central Standard Time Friday, and also along the west coast between Pasco and Lee counties until 10 p.m. Friday. These high seas will result in higher than normal tide levels along the Florida Panhandle and west central Florida coast, and could cause minor coastal erosion and flooding during times of high tide through tonight. Drier air will begin to move into the region on Friday and into the weekend. A fire weather watch is in effect for all of the Florida Panhandle and Big Bend due to possible long durations of critically low humidity on Friday afternoon. The State Watch Office will continue to monitor all weather threats and coordinate any state response activities as needed. Here are some of the other things that we are currently monitoring. The Keach-Byram Drought Index, or KBDI, has risen lately, especially along the central Florida Peninsula. The KBDI is a reference scale utilized for measuring the dryness of soil. The scale ranges from 0 to 800, 0 meaning very moist soil, 800 meaning very dry soil. Currently, 10 counties in Florida are over 600. For more information on KBDI levels, please visit www.fl-dof.com. Lake Okeechobee's water level is currently at 14.15 feet. All major Florida ports and airports are open. All nuclear power plants within the state, along with the Farley nuclear power plant in Alabama, are operating at 100%. All other sectors are reporting no issues. With the threat of heavy rainfall today, the importance of road safety is critical. Low-lying areas and roads could quickly become flooded. If you approach a flooded roadway, turn around, don't drown. It only takes a few inches of water to sweep away a person or a small vehicle. Also, debris in the road underneath the water could cause significant property damage. If you cannot see the roadway under the water, play it safe and take another route. This decision could save your life. Also, with the threat for severe weather continuing into the late afternoon hours, make sure your NOAA weather radio is turned on and working properly. Floridians are urged to keep informed of the weather today and be ready to take quick action if a warning is issued for your area. You can also receive text alerts on your cell phone for free from the National Weather Service. Please visit the National Weather Service website. That's all we have for today. This has been the Florida Division of Emergency Management State Watch Office with your daily situation report. Have a safe day.